one. Oh, countdown. Yeah.
That's it. So we are not streaming, but we are pretending to be streaming. So it's recording.
Okay.
Oh,
Good.
it's
Oh,
recorded.
so if we
Okay.
start off and say a bunch of things you're not supposed to say on YouTube, it would be fine.
You can.
It's always fine with us because we are not monetized.
Oh,
So you can.
We
say
only
something.
have problems if we have music that is
Yes.
trademarked.
oh,
Okay, welcome to the second episode of Darker and Darker, or Darker Darker.
Nobody's
Or D and
watching.
D.
Yes, I know because Mark B watched the last one, but I'm pretending that we are streaming.
no.
Uh,
Yeah, as opposed to D ampersand D, this is D colon D. So
Yeah.
it actually looks more like a penis when you write it out.
so let's go over. I don't know if you saw it. I put it in the chat. Actually, there should be another one here. I have one less. Okay, there should be another psychiatrist just because.
Oh yeah, no, I know the first one.
Elena Varel.
Victor Kessler, I don't know. I don't think I know him.
You don't
Those
know
of
him.
you watching at home, the family tree thus far is Maximilian Vandermeer is the dead grandpa, and then Thomas Vandermeer is one of his sons, and Jonas is the other.
It's the other.
Each of them had one son. Aidan is Thomas's kid, and Noah is Jonas's kid. Louise Vandermeer is Thomas's second wife because as soon as any wife in this family has a kid, they die.
Got it. Yeah.
And Aidan is married to Madeline Stillman Vandermeer, who is
That is now pregnant.
Right. And yeah, and that is the situation. we're
And
in.
Jonas is about to be released from jail after being committed for 10 years for torturing his son Noah.
Right. And Noah is supposedly, well, he's certainly messed up by the experience, but supposedly he's an oracle. And we have been hired to maintain security after Jonah gets let out of jail by Aidan. But none of the rest of the family know that that's what we're hired for.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're actually working for the Sentinel Institute,
Yeah.
Right.
but Aidan doesn't know that.
And none of them know that, hopefully, because if they do, I think we have to, put them
Kill
in a
them all.
ditch somewhere. Yeah.
Okay, so your plans were to Robert is going to talk to Carter is going to talk to Aidan to pretend Robert is a friend of his, so he can stay in the house.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep.
Grant did try to do some indecent proposal to Jonas.
I'm doing what to Jonas?
You did an indecent proposal.
Yeah. Well, it
Not
wasn't
really.
indecent. It was just
I know
a
it
very
wasn't
direct
indecent, I'm
approach.
just
Yeah.
And we need to introduce Thomas Scarlett. So tell us about Thomas Scarlett.
All righty. So you guys will have to tell me what you do or don't know in character about him, but for the group, he is the grandson of a famous computing and electronics pioneer, Tom D. Scarlett of Scarlett Electronic Systems Incorporated, which is a Fortune 50 computing and defense contracting company that was originally associated with the microprocessor revolution. But unknown to most, the Scarletts are natural cybermancers. They're freaks. They're psychics with special powers over electrical and computing machinery. So Thomas's grandfather used his power to become a multimillionaire early in the computer revolution in the 1950s. And Grandpa's son, Thomas Drinker Scarlett II, usually called Tom Sr., used it to make SES a multi-billion-dollar company. So Thomas grew up filthy rich, but it was earned wealth. It was entrepreneurial wealth. And, of course, he discovered his inherited knack early on. He was born in 1990. So his father runs the company. Thomas is sometimes called Tom Jr. or Third. But most people just know him as Thomas. He doesn't really like all that other stuff. Only family members use it. He has tried to follow his own path. He did follow found a small company called Scarlet Intelligence that used sophisticated AIs created and manipulated by Thomas himself. Every once in a while, he has to go back and do a little special stuff to keep it going. It's meant to scan huge reams of data from multiple sources to predict business trends, forecast political and military events, and identify patterns of unusual happenings throughout the world. And it was the latter that brought him to the attention of the Sentinel Initiative. They went ahead and bought, through third parties, a controlling share of his company when it went public, which made Thomas independently wealthy, apart from his background. So he grew up and lived in New York City, Tokyo, London, Paris, and Berlin. He is a city kid. He loves city life. He loves city ways. The very notion of going outside a major city, or at least a fair-sized town, gives him hives. So he's wealthy and brilliant in technical matters. He does have a few little problems. He experimented with DMT in college and never quite got over that. He does have a wide network of contacts in the field of applied computing. He is emeritus chairman and senior fellow at Scarlet Intelligence. So long as he can justify it, he can get access to some very advanced technologies and valuable gear. His special ability, what he calls his knack, does leave him with a propensity for seeing things that aren't there on occasion. So again, SI became aware of his ability, and they inducted him into the Arcane Sciences Division at the time that his company was acquired. He is considered an agent rather than an operative. He's a special. So he takes jobs and undertakes projects for the initiative based on his interests, and not so much because he's under any particular obligation. You guys, depending upon where you are in the company, in the initiative, may be aware that he actually has been assigned a CSU number, but he's considered friendly. So it's not a big deal. But of course, they always track everyone. And the Sentinel Initiative helps him to keep, his family's knack secret. They help to control news sources that, might dig too deep and figure out that there's much more going on here than computing brilliance.
So your great grandpa and your grandpa made all their money off free.
Well, grandpa and father.
Phone calls, right?
Well, yeah, great grandpa. Yeah, you're right. Actually, I
They
thought
were the ultimate phone freaks.
I was about to say that's probably where it started. What they call the old man, which is the first Thomas Drinker Scarlet, kind of came out of nowhere. The family origins are a little mysterious. But yeah, it would make sense that before computing in the 50s, phone freaking would probably have been their thing. And before that, telegraphs. Before that, automated looms. Who knows? I mean, they seem to have this weird ability. But it's really with computers that the ability became especially pronounced and especially valuable.
Cool beans. So, Are you going to show up later, or are we going to be assigned him now that we reported back to the initiative?
That's up to the DM.
Or is it Sydney that is going to call him, or?
Well, depends. So what are you doing right now, Thomas? I would say that you are asleep. But I have a dream for you. Yeah.
He's in the trunk asleep.
Yeah.
So here's the other thing about Thomas. He's about 5.5 feet tall, skinny as a rail, pale, doesn't always shave. He tends to wear really slouchy, comfortable clothes. You wouldn't look at him and tell that he's a multimillionaire. You just wouldn't know.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't interest him. He's perfectly capable of sitting on the couch all day playing computer games and, randomly rewriting them.
You said tech billionaire, so yeah, I think
He's a tech bro. He's a tech bro.
Okay, so well, it doesn't have to be a dream, but yes, you were playing a computer. You were playing computer, and then suddenly you fall asleep.
Okay.
But you're not sure that you don't know that you are asleep. So you are in that stage, and you think you are still playing the computer game. But suddenly the game changes. I imagine you were playing a PlayStation or something like that because it's more comfortable. You'll be sitting in the couch. The
Yep.
game changes, so it's not the game that you were playing initially, but you don't think it's strange. So what you are seeing is a cityscape. Probably maybe the game that you were playing also was took place in a city. So if that could still be the same, but something shifts. The city is completely desert. It's not the same game that you are playing, and you suddenly start seeing children just standing in the middle of the street. Several children pop up. They don't move. They are static. Their eyes are dull and white, and they reflect a light that seems to come out of no visible source. What do? You get closer? Well, it's a game, but suddenly you feel like you are inside actually the game. You are inside the city, close to the
Okay.
children.
So I'm going to begin to chant and motion, see if I can get above the scene and see where it is.
Hmm.
I'm trying to manipulate the game, which is what I
Roll,
usually do.
roll something.
Okie dokie. And that
Before
is
you do that,
precisely what I will do.
roll an observation before you roll.
Oh, an observation. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So observation, is that wits or intelligence?
With
Okay. It doesn't really matter because it's +1 in either case. I don't actually have observation as a skill. Let's see. Give me one moment here. I will use this D20. Oh, that's not too bad. That's a 17 total.
Okay, so just before you notice that the children's mouths seem to be sewed shut, but they seem to be sewed, sorry, with threads of codes, and are shimmering in and out of focus like corrupted data.
Oh, okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk up to one of the children, and I am going to begin to trace sigils over his lips in an attempt to fix the corruption and pull the data stream so I can see what's being said or what's being passed.
Okay, so that now you can do your roll.
And that was not a terribly good roll, but I'm +6 on it, so it's a total of 13.
Okay, well, let me roll on my side. You can't you break it a little bit, but not completely, and then it gets back into place.
That deeply shocks me. Okay.
And you feel like
So-
the kid makes a face as if he's in pain.
I'm going to go find another one of the kids and try with him.
Okay, try again.
Okay, this time it's a 16 total.
Okay, this one that is enough. So the code unrolls and the child opens her mouth. This is a girl, and it starts to speak. So data starts to come. You don't listen, you don't hear it, but you listen it inside your head. But it doesn't make any sense. It's a language that you never heard.
Interesting. Okay, so now I'm going to try to pull resources from elsewhere in cyberspace. I will try to redirect the stream to a translation program. And we'll have the translation program auto-detect the source and then convert it into a language I know, which will either be English or some kind of binary or something that I'm used to working with. And that one's not bad at all. That's a 17 total.
Okay, so what happens when you do that is actually it seems it affects all of the children. They start to move in an autistic way, to shiver, and they begin to whisper. But when they are all whispering together, it builds a really a chorus of static that starts to really pile up. And their voices are almost leaving you deaf, because it's really hard on your ears. It's a really, really tough tone. And let me give a second to what they're going to say, because I don't have this here.
We are trying to contact you about your car's extended warranty.
Hello, I am a Nigerian prince, and I
Yep.
need for you to help me transfer money.
I want to give you millions.
I will pay you $100,000 to help me transfer $1 million to the
I
U.S.
send you this for your advice.
Where is this shit? I have 3 books open, so it's
Game Master overload.
Yep. Heavy lies the crown.
elevator music is playing.
It's just that Skype dial-up noise. Do 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 do.
You know, there was a time when I used Skype a lot in my work, and now I never see it.
Yep.
Do you
It's like
miss it?
Microsoft acquired them and nobody uses them.
Yeah.
Do you
They
miss it?
rolled it into Teams, and everyone.
Oh
hates it.
yeah.
I hate Teams.
Everyone
I
hates
absolutely
Teams.
hate Teams.
I'm convinced the people that work on Teams hate Teams, and that's why everyone hates Teams.
Okay,
It's like
I have it
I-
here.
Good.
Are we all here? Let me look for the. So they start. So it's hard, but you can focus. And what they're saying is, we are the echo of what was forgotten. When the stars dim and the machines dream in silence, seek the voids. In the heart of stillness, a door awaits. But not all who enter can return. We are the key and the lock, the question and the answer. When the lights flicker, remember, the end is not an end, but a circle closing on itself. Listen closely, for the word has been whispering to you all along. And then you wake up.
Do I see anything on the computer screen on the monitor screen in front of me?
It's turned off. You see static, which is not it's not a
So-
TV, so you shouldn't, but something is wrong with your computer. And your
Okay.
head hurts like hell.
I'm going to check the clocks and see how much time has passed.
Not long. Half an hour.
Okay. So I will grab my secure cell phone. I probably have an Android phone that I use for Sentinel Initiative work that is basically designed for uncrackable communications, as opposed to my personal phone and my business phone and my whatever other phone. So I grab that phone and I will contact one of my colleagues at the Arcane Sciences Division.
Okay. What is the name of your contact? Or do you want me to make it up?
I'm happy to make it up. We will call her name Charlotte Walters. Dr. Charlotte Walters. I'll say that she was my mentor when they inducted me. Is that okay?
Okay, yes. So Charlotte picks up your call, assuming that you are calling and not texting.
No, I am actually calling.
Okay. Scarlett.
Hey, yeah.
Hi.
Hey, Dr. Walters, it's Thomas. I need to report an incident. I was, sitting here on the couch playing my game, and I was transported to a virtual domain with children who were whispering encrypted communications with one another. They were located in a town or a city. Right off the top of my head, I was not familiar with it. And they gave me this. It was basically them. I managed to crack the communications. Took a couple of tries. And they were talking about the void and how they were the key, and that it had been whispering to us and always had been. Can you check the incident logs and see if we've gotten any unusual events that might relate to this? It could be that I'm getting a psychic after effect or perhaps some kind of arcane echo. That's what they called themselves. They said they were echoing this communication.
Let me check for you, and I'm going to do a roll for that, which was not very good, but I'll imagine that she has some skill. Where is the book? She takes some time.
Okay.
Considering that she's doing this online, because she would be able to be
Exactly.
fast enough.
And meanwhile, I'm just kind of slacking in the chair, doing precisely nothing except holding the phone.
I should have Wretched Darkness open so I could see what is one of the. Yeah, but that's. Yeah, I don't need that one for now. Okay. Let me just look for a table so I can roll on it.
If you need anything looked up in the darker book, I've got it open.
No, I'm really looking in the adventure.
Oh, yeah.
She takes some time, and then she said, well, actually, it took me some time to look. I do found a peak in Emmettville. We do have a team there now investigating a situation. It may relate to that.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of the Oracle Children?
No, I don't have any familiarity with that.
Well, we have a team there that is investigating a case of a possible. Well, it's not really. They are surveilling the situation. So we have a case of a possible Oracle child there from a family that we have been that we had under surveillance for a long time. And well, recently, I'll give him a background on the Vandermeer story. I don't. If you saw the recording, I don't need to repeat it. It may be related to that. I'm not sure, but there seems to be some connections.
Vandermeer. I don't really know them or move in their circles, but the diamonds angle is very interesting to me. It might give me an in because obviously in my line of work, industrial diamonds on microcircuitry are an important connecting factor. So it might give me a cover story, unless, Doctor, you can think of a better one. But I, in any event, need some kind of introduction to the team. Who would my point of contact
I'm going to
be?
connect you to their handlers. It's Sydney. So I will reach out to her and she will connect with you.
All right. Thanks, Doc. I appreciate it.
She drops the phone, and let's say 10 minutes later, you have another call. Well, actually, you don't have a call. You have a text with a flight number for you to pick up and a reservation, and just find Sydney. See you at X time.
So I go ahead and pack up a suitcase, including my standard Cybermancer kit and a personal affectation, an authentic Frank Thorne wizard hat that he apparently signed for a fan at a convention back in the 70s, and somehow I got my hands on it, probably on eBay or some other auction site. I feel more wizard-like when I'm wearing it. but I leave it in the suitcase for now because I don't want to fly. I don't want to fly my freak flag.
And while you travel, we're gonna go back to the other guys.
Yes.
So what are your plans? We already talked about it, but what are you doing now?
Yeah, I'm sitting in the back of Carter's car, looking out the window and looking all pensive.
So, what do you think, Carter? Are you going to introduce me to what's her name, to Madeline, or are you going to say that we are going to stay there for their protection, or what?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, Carter, I'm talking to you.
Oh, you said Carter.
Yeah,
I thought
Carter.
Arthur. I was wondering who Arthur was.
I think it's not a bad idea for Aiden, for us to present to Aiden that we're going to run security, that we think that Jonas is definitely a threat. I think those are both truthful statements. He can help us figure out what the best cover for Robert is, but I think a friend visiting from out of town, being put up for a few days is probably a good enough start.
We are assuming Aiden is the type of guy that has friends.
I am, but failing friends, at least boarding school roommates. Rich people collect fake friends just as readily as anyone else.
All the best friends you can buy.
Right. I
Our
know he's
mission-
from TikTok.
Our mission here is to avoid Noah from contacting to avoid Jonas to contact Noah, or what? Our main goal here.
Our main goal here is to ascertain whether Jonah is an oracle or Noah is an oracle or not. And if Jonah is going to misuse that asset, then we have to stop Jonah or we have to stop Noah. That's my understanding. I mean, does anyone else think we have another duty here?
Okay, but if we confirm that Noah is a oracle child, should we apprehend him immediately or wait for something to happen?
Carter, you said that he mentioned things that he shouldn't have known about your past.
Yes, he knew
Is it
things.
something? Is it something without necessarily telling us? Is it something he could have looked up on the internet or gotten in some other way?
No.
Then I think we can safely say he has some oracle abilities, even if he's not some sort of great
Or
universe.
something else, or I can read minds, maybe.
Right.
That's the other option. But there's something definitely not normal there.
So now my question is, should we be more concerned in apprehending and retrieving him, or should we be more concerned with Jonas?
Whether we should bring him into the initiative is a Sydney question, I think.
Yes, probably.
But if Jonas is making use of the boy or is attempting to, and we think that might succeed, then we have to intervene. It might be better just to find out what Jonas is up to and deal with him.
Okay.
So Carter, are you going to call Aiden?
Yeah. I'll call it.
Okay, yes, he had your number. Mr. Carter?
So our things there.
Well, everything is normal, I would say.
That's good. Well, I told you that I was going to find some associates.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to meet you there with one of them. That will help me with the work.
Okay, well, I'm not at home right now, so I'm at work. Give me 1 hour.
Okay.
Unless you want to meet me at the. No, it's better to meet me at home. So see you in 1 hour.
Okay, in an hour I will be there. Well, gentlemen, I'm going to drive you.
Look, you guys are going to be doing clandestine spy stuff. What you have to
Then-
learn is if you don't want to meet out in the open, meet at an Arby's. No one will be there, and you can safely say whatever weird stuff comes up.
Meanwhile, you got a call, Carter, because you're the chauffeur after all.
Of course.
Yeah.
Hello?
Well, we're the local. Hello, Carter. I have news. You're gonna have a fourth team member joining.
Oh, that's good. I'm going to drive him around as well.
Well, we may not need a lot of driving around. This is interesting. I don't know if you heard of Thomas Scarlett. He's in the Arcane division.
Not,
Well, it seems he had a dream about
oh,
children.
yeah, that's dream. Okay. That's good. Was it a bad dream or a good dream?
Well, it was a cryptic dream, let's say. He received a message.
Those are the best, of course. So you received the message.
We
Oh,
seem that it seems to be related. Well, it can be related to your case in Emmettville. So let's consider it a sign.
okay. So should
So
I
we
pick
should
it
be
up
getting here. You should be getting there this afternoon. So make sure that one of you is there to meet him. I'll
course.
send you the flight information in a message.
I
Anything
will-
else you need from me?
I don't think so. No. Do you need anything, Robert?
No, nothing aside from a pumpkin spice latte. No.
Can you send us a pumpkin spice, 2 pumpkin spice lattes, maybe? No.
Just use Uber Eats.
Yes. Well, that's
You
that's
put
what,
it in the company's tab.
okay. So I will do that.
Yes. You just got expense authorization, people.
Caviar for everyone.
Yep. Uber Eats, can you go to Waldorf Astoria?
So, are we going to have another member? Carter.
Yes. Apparently, someone had a dream.
And okay.
Apparently, the dream has some kind of relation to this case, and so they sent the guy over here.
Interesting.
Yes.
A dream. Okay.
Yeah, when you get the flight info, send it to me. I'll pick him up since you guys are going to be meeting with Aiden.
Are you sure you can do that? You're.
Are you going to drive a car, Fontaine?
Yes.
Okay. I'm impressed.
Oh, I see. This is about what happened in Bucharest, right? Okay. It was a very expensive car, but, needs must. So I had to run it into that transfer truck.
Okay.
No one was killed. I mean, one guy was very badly burned, but that's okay in this operation.
Okay, I'm trying to put something in the chat, but it's too big, so it doesn't. I'm going to put it in Discord. This is something that you're going to get from Charlotte. Scarlett.
Fontaine, right?
Yes, from Charlotte Fontaine. So Scarlett's going to get that from his contact. It's a lot of information about Oracle children
Where is that?
in history. I need words. That is not words.
Is one of them the Oracle at Delphi by any chance?
No. It could be.
Good. We're not going that
It's
far.
not here. It could be, but it's not
I
here.
would say it could be Oracle Corporation, but they don't exist anymore.
Well,
They don't exist, the Oracle?
Yeah, Oracle still exists. It's
Ah,
RGB,
okay.
database. They were the ones who bought Sun Microsystems, but
yeah.
I can imagine a universe where they don't exist and it wouldn't bother me at all.
Okay.
Poor Oracle.
Well, the you know I'm really more of a Ruby guy now, but the Java community has always kind of had um, a kind of love-hate relationship with the Oracle acquisition. I remember working on Spark stations at college a long time ago. It was really weird to realize they wouldn't exist anymore.
when I had database when I had database in college, I also worked in I think a program made by them by Oracle.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Oracle is like the number 2
Yeah.
single instance, I think. Well, maybe
Yeah, they had-
3. MySQL might be bigger because it's free.
Yeah, Oracle is very old and does a little bit of everything, but it's kind of its own system.
Hmm.
But
And
to
the
be honest
CEO
with
is
you,
kind of a weird guy, as I recall.
yeah. So they bought Sun Microsystems. It's so weird. Like I remember working on Spark stations. They used Sun OS. So like they had 2 Unix operating systems. One was Sun OS, which I believe was BSD based.
Yep.
And they had Solaris, which people
Oh, Solaris.
called,
Yeah.
which people jokingly called Slowlaris, or Slow Larry, and that was their AT&T System 5 based system, and it's just it's all gone now. Technology moves fast.
Well, still better than Microsoft.
Hey.
Sorry, I'm joking, or not. I don't know.
I use Macs now, so
Yeah, I was about to say I end up using SQL Server a lot. So, yeah, I'm going to get the flight info and peel off and get, I guess, a rental car.
A Beamer or a Mercedes?
No, probably something invisible.
Invisible.
Yeah, like a
Fiat
a Chevy
500.
Malibu,
Fiat 500.
like a Super
Chevy
B.
Malibu, or a Toyota fleet car.
I don't want to stand out, so I'm going to get a Super B.
Toyota Corolla.
Oh, you don't want to stand out, so you're going to get a Super B. There you go.
Right. in tweedy yellow.
Oh,
Believe
God.
it or not, you can rent like Impalas that have like 300 horsepower V6 motors on them. So I mean, it's
Oh wow.
What?
you look at them and they look like rental store specials, and then you get into them and you find out, oh wait, this is actually kind of peppy.
It's got
Yeah,
some
but
to it,
but
yeah.
but those are tuned, right? They're not from factory like 300 horsepower.
Oh no, they're that from the factory. No,
Really?
I mean
Oh,
they're surprisingly powerful. Now the thing is, if you want to get really powerful Chevy engines, obviously you go with the V8s.
V8. Yeah.
Like I think the baseline V8 that they had was like 425 horsepower. They went through that period of time where they had a lot of power, and then of course CAFE standards and everything else killed
Yeah,
it.
but by default, I think that was a time in at least in American cars that you had they have a big displacement and relative small power, right?
That's
like-
true. That's
like
before
five-
direct impact.
like-
Oh, in the 70s?
Yeah, like 7,000
The-
cc's and 100 horsepower, something like
Well,
that.
there was the economy car thing there during the oil crisis. Yeah, where the K cars and all that, where,
Mm.
You're right. They had like the Lincoln Continental and the Mercury Marquis and the Ford Crown Victoria. Yeah, say in the late 90s. You can
Miguel.
get those V8s that were like,
I send the file to you because I'm not able to open Discord. Can you please and send it to Pedro? But can you put it in Discord for Thomas and Grant, please?
I'll put it in the St. Cloud folder. Or,
Yeah, you
we
can
probably
put
should have a darker folder.
I send it in web. In,
Darker for
Facebook.
darker.
Facebook? Okay.
But yeah, they would have like 5-liter V8s that had like 150 horsepower.
Yeah, that's
But the idea, the logic behind it, the justification was, yeah, but they're super smooth. Well, they are, but
yeah, okay.
But then, you get to like the year 2008 and suddenly the power started ramping way up.
Yeah,
And now they want to spoil it all with electronic cars.
yeah. Yeah, because it was strange because in Europe it's the other way around. It's a small displacement with large horsepower numbers.
Oh, on performance cars, yeah. I mean, the
No, no,
American
no.
cars,
Even in normal cars, like or by default, the normal car, at least in Portugal, it has between 1,000 and 1,000 and 1.5 thousand cubic centimeters displacement.
Oh,
And they
I thought you were going to say horsepower, and I'm
no,
like,
no, no, no.
wow.
And for that, it ranges between 100 and 150 horsepower for that displacement.
well, yeah, that's the turbo thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
if the Mini Cooper is packing a better engine than the Viper, that would be sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually drove one of those Fiat Abarths, which I think the
Okay.
one we call the Abarth in the US would be the Abarth SS in Europe.
Yes.
It had
Yes.
the big engine, or I should
yeah.
say the more powerful one. It sounded like a little Lamborghini. It was hilarious.
No,
I mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it
Yeah, it's
sounds like
funny.
this.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny.
And then you find out it's because it has an open exhaust.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
It's like they specifically, you know what? We don't need a muffler. That's why
Yeah.
it sounds like a race car. Okay. But the Italians, how do they sit in a car? Because it had the weirdest driver position I've ever had in a car.
Italian cars are special. Don't waste too many time thinking about that. It's special.
You pour people into Italian cars.
Oh, gracious.
Unless it's a
Yeah.
Lamborghini or a Ferrari, then it's
Okay, so you get to 1 hour passes unless you want to do something else, and you get into the Vandermeer's mansion. It continues to look creepy, just a little bit. I don't remember what was the name that I gave to the Mexican maid. Was it Conchita or Consuelo?
Consuela.
Consuelo.
Well, of course, it was Consuelo.
Conchita.
Consuelo opens the door.
Hola, ¿cómo está usted?
¿Cómo estás?
Buenas
Again,
tardes. Mi nombre es Carter. Este es mi amigo Robert Mann.
Buenas noches.
come, the master is waiting
vamos
for
a
the little
cenar.
master is
Algo para
waiting
comer miel.
for you. And you go over the creepy house. Roll an observation while you go down the corridor.
Who? Both of us?
Both of you.
Wits?
Yes.
Okay. 17.
12.
Okay. I need the dice. Okay. You, Robert, you seem to see someone in the ahead in the corridor, next to how do you call it?
Em português, como é que é?
Corner. Quando tens uma interseção entre
An intersection.
an intersection. Yes, I was saying a corner, but it's not up down the corridor. When there's an intersection between corridors, you seem to see someone moving.
But it's a man, a woman, child.
It's a figure. It's very fast. It's too fast. That's what caught your attention. That is strange.
Do you have children? Are there children here?
Sí,
Consuelo.
Noah.
¿Dónde están los niños?
Why are you speaking Spanish?
Noah, el Nino is Noah, the boy, the little master.
Oh, perhaps it was him that I saw running down the.
No, I think he's taking a nap. At his hour, he's normally taking a nap.
Okay, so probably
He
it was
gets
my.
medicine so we can. Master Aiden gives him some medicine so he sleeps in the afternoons.
He's not really a child. He's an adult.
Yes, I know, but for me, for us, is a.
And why does he
Nosotros, era un niño.
need? Please stop it! I'm going to kill you.
You're.
And why does Noah needs to sleep in the afternoon?
Because he is local.
Are you going to speak Spanish also with me?
I
Well,
translate, I say, he's mad. He's insane.
yes.
He has mental problems,
Okay,
as they say in Spanish.
please don't.
And you get to Aiden's office finally. But when you get to the intersection, there's nobody there.
There's nothing there. Okay,
No.
but is there any door, stairs?
There's a window, a closed window, and the office is on the other side. So it's basically a bit of a dead end.
Okay, so probably it was something that I think I saw.
A ghost.
Yeah, probably a light.
Yeah.
Okay, you see Aiden. I'm not going to show him again because Thomas Scarlett saw the recording. He gets up to greet you. Mr. Carter, he shakes your hand. He has a manicure, of course. But then probably so does Robert.
Yeah.
I am the only one who has to cut his nails.
All these damn rich people.
Yeah.
So
So I'm going to introduce. This is Robert Mann, my
Oh.
associate.
How are you? And I
Hello,
shake his
Mr. Mann.
hand.
So what is the plan?
What is the plan? Well, we're going to surveil the house and make sure that everything is okay.
But you're going to be outside?
I think that we could get to try to say that we were that we met a few years ago in college, perhaps, and now I'm visiting town, and you offered your home for me to stay in for a few days, and while I'm doing that, I'll be on the inside, and Carter and will be on the outside.
That is not a bad idea, gentlemen. But I would expect you would tell me that before you appeared here with the detective that nobody knows. Did anybody saw you come in?
I don't think so.
Well, like I told Mr. Carter, I don't want my family to know about this yet because they don't agree with my concern.
Oh, don't worry. After all, we are old acquaintances, so we met in the college and a few years after in perhaps a party. So
Boston, I attended Harvard,
yes, that.
just so that we keep the story straight.
Okay.
And
Boston.
you took a master's in
History.
Basket weaving,
Let's say history.
women's
art
studies.
history. If you're a thief, maybe.
Yeah. Art history. Yeah, major in art history.
Okay, that's
And while I'm saying that, I'll start I'm observing the contents of his office to see if there is anything interesting.
Not here, not nothing to steal, because here is a bit. His office is modern, but the rest of the house, yes, you saw some
Oh,
interesting pieces.
okay. In that case, I'll take a tour.
Well, then, are you staying here? You should be arriving tomorrow, because I will need to have
Eh,
time to get your room ready and
Yeah.
tell the family that my
Okay.
good friend, what is really your name, Mister
Robert Man.
Robert Mann, yes, is coming. Okay.
Okay, that's perfect.
And you, Mr. Carter, will be following Jonas.
Um, yes.
Just asking, of course. I don't intend to tell you how to do your job.
Yes. Okay, so let's let's start our job.
Okay, well, come with me. You better leave by the back entrance, making sure that nobody sees you.
Okay.
And he
Let's do
takes you
that.
to the back.
Do I see anything outside? Anything running?
No, we don't see any. A squirrel.
Okay.
A cat.
Yes, a cat chasing a
Okay.
squirrel.
Okay. It seems that we have a man on the inside. Look, a cat.
Un gato.
Um gato. Oh no,
Los
gato.
gatos tienen un bico para comer miel.
Miel.
Okay. Meanwhile, Grant is going to pick up Scarlet.
Yep.
We are just forwarding.
Yeah, I will spend the meantime. I'll probably just wait in the airport and spend some time looking up what Louise's charity is all about.
So, Louise Charity is a clinic for women called the Inner Sanctum.
Okay.
Called the what?
Inner
Mhm.
Sanctum.
Yeah, wow, that's a loaded
It's a
name.
clinic in one of the in one of the it's a clinic in one of the Parkline, that is one of the poorest districts in Emmettville, that it's there to help women. So it's dedicated to reproductive health.
Oh, okay, so not like homeless or
No,
matter
just focus
general.
on women. So especially helping them if they are pregnant, they can stay there. If they don't want to be pregnant, of course. But the focus is actually to help them rebuild their lives. But is basically aimed at women. So it's all
Okay,
about
so
empowering women.
it's just for women to rebuild their
Yes,
lives from being
yes.
women.
Yes, exactly.
So they like teach them
From
how to
being,
drive and
let's say that like the Sisters of the Seven Sins, but they are not nuns
Nuns.
and they don't have a pact with the devil, or maybe they do.
yeah, and everyone
Good.
doesn't have a sin that they're dedicated to.
But she has another charity that is because I'm confusing the names. There's also an orphanage. So there's the clinic and the support place for women, and then there is the hidden sanctum that is an orphanage.
Oh, because when women die from complications in the clinic, their children
No,
go
it's actually the hidden
directly to the
sanctuary, not
orphanage.
the hidden sanctum. So it's in the Vandermeer's country house where Jonas and Noah used to live.
Is that on the outskirts of Hammockville or is it?
It's in on the outskirts of Emmettville.
Gotcha. So it's all within travel distance.
Yeah, it's in the country, but not really the country.
Gotcha. I will make a bunch of notes as I sit on the airplane Wi-Fi, just waiting for something to.
And you see that also she's very dedicated to her causes. She does a lot of fundraising.
Now, did she start these before or after she got married?
The inner sanctum, yes. The hidden sanctuary, not.
Okay, so she had some pre-existing. Is
But
she
she-
from money?
She was not she was not the leader of the sanctum exists. The inner sanctum exists for a bit longer than what when she was married, but it grew a lot under her when she became the leader, the director, or whatever you call it in a
Yeah.
charity. No, she doesn't come from money. You actually cannot find a lot of things about her past online.
Oh, okay.
There's not a lot about her before she married Thomas.
Nice. Okay. So no debutante ball or anything like that.
No.
Oh, nice. She's marrying. She's marrying up in the world. That's. Yeah, I will commit all that to notes and stuff on my PC or my laptop as I wait Mr. Scarlett's, I guess, chartered plane to arrive, and then yeah, I will wait and say hello to him. Is he flying
Yeah.
commercial or is he coming via?
He's coming via charter, so it's faster.
Nice. All right. Yeah, I will go over to the charter flight area and be like, I'm waiting for the Swift plane. Taylor Swift has loaned it to a friend of mine.
It doesn't take long. Let's just
She
say.
tries to keep it in the air nearly constantly. Sometimes it's just to burn fuel. Like she'll just fly, faxes from city to city.
It's always the fastest way to get them. Okay, so you
Welcome to
see
Hammondsville, Mr.
a
Scarlett.
wide, skinny guy, a pale, skinny guy.
Welcome to Hammondsville, Mr. Scarlett. What should I call you?
I think he's asleep.
He's having a dream.
Mr. Scarlett, wake up. I know,
Acorde, por favor.
I know that you've spent the last 2 hours sniffing everything in the Taylor Swift jet, but it's time to come down from that heady atmosphere. I'll just grab him by his ear and start yanking him to the airport. You will come with me, young man. You don't want to have dialogue. Fine. You get to sit in the back. Where's your damn luggage?
We have another. He's going to say, "Oh, nobody told me he was a dream magician."
Well,
You want to flip back to those two?
Yeah, let's flip back until he gets back. Oops. Although I don't know what are you guys going to do next. Well, Robert is going to
probably Robert is going to enlist himself in a Spanish course.
You can use Duolingo to
Yeah,
learn.
Duolingo. Yeah. I don't know. Well, now we have to wait until tomorrow. So
Unless you want to do something.
yes, do you want to go to meet to get to Fontaine or
Yeah, I can do that.
yeah?
We'll have to take a cab because it took the key. So
A Uber.
No, I rented a car, so yeah,
Oh.
you guys still have Carter's car.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So
go to the toilet
feel
again. I
free,
need to
Robert,
stop
wherever you
drinking
need to
water.
go. Just let wherever you need to go, Robert. Just let Marcus know, and he'll be happy to ferry you over there.
I'll ride shotgun if you don't mind.
Yes.
So, have you been driving for a long time?
Yes, apparently. I can't even remember that, but yes. I basically do this. I drive VIPs around.
And where did you learn Spanish? You speak it so well.
While driving people around.
Mi nombre es Carter.
¿Dónde es la biblioteca?
Eso sí que es. Pollo loco.
Oh, God. I'm telling you, if they start speaking Spanish, I'm going to kill someone.
Que hora es.
No,
We're going to
no,
turn this into a telenovela before it's
yeah. Now suddenly, now we get at the airport and
Oh,
Fontaines
sí.
has a sombrero and a mustache.
I just want to apologize to anyone watching this. We've been so disjointed. This is what real play looks like, Matt.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not like that thing that Matt Mercer does. This is what people do when they're.
Se a ti te gusta, a mí me encanta.
La cucaracha, yo no puedo caminar.
Yeah. Oh, sí, cariño.
Well, I think Mark ran away because he just lost a player.
Oh, God. I don't think that Mark.
Did I not miss anything?
No, not really.
Yo estaba enseñando a hablar español.
Agora vamos todos jogar.
Miguel's just defending all of South America, with the possible exception of Brazil, which is saying something.
He's offending the
Okay.
Spanish. You see, that is the.
That's what we do, right?
Yeah.
We have a long time rivalry.
Mi nombre es.
At least we can make fun of them. They can't even do that because they can.
Yeah.
They can
No,
speak
but we've got Mark back, so I can meet him in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can. Yeah, Thomas. Grant is meeting you at the airport, but while you are in the flight, since you're not, you're gonna have another dream.
Uh-oh.
This time in Spanish.
Alas, I do not speak it.
It's still a dream.
So you fall asleep during the plane, during the flight, but then suddenly you wake up, and when you wake up, something is strange. The lights are flickering softly. You see, there are shadows all over along the aisles, and then when you look around, you realize that the plane is filled with children.
Ah, okay.
All the passengers are children. And they sit perfectly still. Their bodies are trapped by the belts, but it feels like they really are trapped. And you see again that the belts seem like threads of codes.
Threads of gold. Okay.
And they are just staring straight ahead.
Am I seeing anything around their mouths? Am I hearing them say anything?
No, they are quiet.
Okay.
Do an observation roll.
All right.
Yeah, children on a plane, well behaved and not talking. This is a dream.
So, what stat would go with that? I don't think it matters because I rolled a 4.
Okay, then you don't see anything.
Okay.
But suddenly, one of the children turns your head to you slowly and a bit like like the exorcist, right? It rotates the head and your eyes meet.
Okay.
And then all the others do the same. And their lips don't move, but you hear that metallic voice in your head. And they are saying, "We are flying towards the end of time."
Okay.
This plane shudders violently and the emergency light flashes red, but suddenly you wake up. But before waking up, you hear when you cannot leave. None of us can. The crash is inevitable.
Well, that is really confidence inspiring.
Hmm.
But then you wake up and everything is in. Actually, the flight attendant is waking you up and asking you to fasten your seatbelt because you're about to land.
Okay. So I fasten my seatbelt and, make some mental notes about the vision I've just had. Do I have anything with me to indicate how I would recognize team members once I arrive at the airport?
They have your name. You got information that someone will be waiting for you.
Okay. Well, I'll just hope somebody will recognize me at the gate then. So,
And that is cue to Grand Fontaine. So you see a pale coming back. You see a pale, skinny guy coming your way.
Okay. Piss off, kid. I'm waiting on Thomas Scarlett, famous millionaire.
I grin and I wave my hand and say a word in a language that you don't recognize, but all
That's
your
Spanish.
electronic devices
That's
suddenly ping. Like if you have an iPhone, you hear your iPhone ping. If you have an Apple Watch, you hear it ping.
If I have a Bluetooth piercing somewhere. Oh, Daddy's bet just went off.
And of course, I say, "Hey, I'm Thomas Scarlett. Nice to meet you. And you are?"
I will grin and shake hands. Grant Fontaine, please come with me.
So you're a op with the Field Investigation Unit, right?
Yeah, I'm with DIC.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I've never been on the Field Investigation.
I'll gesture around to the cameras. Less said here, the better.
Oh,
briefly
right.
touch on it.
Yes, absolutely. No problem. I just I look around at the cameras and you see me wave my hand again,
Yeah, like
and the cameras are suddenly all pointing in other directions. And I look back and you go, no problem.
I see. It's been some time since I worked with a specialist. Here's the situation, and I'll sketch out the family tree and kind of what we know about what's going on thus far.
And so when you finish with that, Thomas just he sits there, he looks at you very intensely as he's walking and he's carrying his bag and he's got the other hand on his chin. And when you finish, he says, fascinating. I had another vision on the plane. It was filled with those same children. And they said that they were on a flight to their final destination and there was no avoiding it. And they were going to crash, which didn't make me feel very comfortable, but it turned out it had nothing to do with my flight.
So,
have you seen children like these oracle children?
Tell me about your first vision.
Oh, yeah. And so then I go ahead and relate the first vision.
And I will pull up the website for the orphanage.
Yeah.
And once he's done, I'll hand you the tablet. Look through that and see if any face looks familiar.
So, Sylvia, I place my hand on the tablet, and suddenly lots of lights start flashing on it.
That's under warranty.
So, what do I discover about the? Am I able to pull up images of children that are like those that I still have in my memory?
Do a roll.
All righty. Since this is advanced computing, it doesn't matter. I rolled a 20.
Oh,
first 20 of the game.
You don't exactly can put it that those are the same kids that you saw in your dream, because the kids in your dream all look a bit like the same, right? But you feel something like the energy that you felt in your dream that the kids were giving. It's the same.
Okay. So I look over at Grant and say, "Ah, yes, the same energy is there, Grant. The same energy, but none of the pictures they show are the pictures of the children I saw. I bet there are children they don't let people know about."
Well, that deals Louise into this situation, and I didn't have her down as being a part of this.
Ah, well, it's hard to know, isn't it? So I hand you your I hand you your tablet back.
Yeah.
It's got my little electronic. Like you see that your little thing has popped up. You now have a digital contact entry for me that includes my full name, my Skype address, my Instagram, my X address, I mean, it's
Oh, the
like,
whole thing. Your
yeah,
MeWe. Like, oh, you're
everything.
on MeWe too? MeWe's
Yeah.
great.
He said, "Yes, I hope you don't mind. I grabbed all your contacts." Oh, and that particular pad, you might want to take it in because I think the battery life is about to go on it. And you wouldn't want it to, blow up and explode and catch fire in your car or anything like that.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's a Samsung. That shit never happens with them.
Well, it wouldn't have. But anyway, so yeah,
I
I'm
will
really
go ahead. I will go ahead and make a note.
yeah, it now has this really nice little. You notice there's this little like sparkly thing that happens on the screen now periodically that you've never
Oh,
seen it
good.
do before.
Oh, good.
So
When you are coming out, you meet Marcus and Robert. You went to join them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess so.
and I'll wave to Grant.
Gentlemen, this is Thomas Scarlett. He's our specialist.
So
Oh.
you guys see this kind of, he's got a little bit of stubble. He looks like he has a very fancy haircut he doesn't take care of. Roberts, you figure he's probably wearing a couple of $1,000s in clothing, but it hangs on him like it's off the shelf.
Okay.
He's a super skinny guy, about 5.5 feet tall, pale, looks like he doesn't get out much. So giving your gentleman thief background, he smells like money, but it's like most people wouldn't notice.
Okay. I'll shake your hand and say, it's a pleasure to meet you, Thomas. How are you? The flight was pleasant? You had a pleasant flight?
Oh, I had a most amazing vision on the flight over. I was talking to Grant about it. Most amazing vision.
Oh, a woman?
And I look over at Marcus and like, "Hey, did you used to play ball or something? You look like one of those sportsman types."
Did I?
Yeah, you did. You're a sportsman. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was some sort of scandal with
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
right?
I don't think
I mean, I'm saying that out of character, right?
I was. Yes. A long time ago.
Oh yeah, well I can kind of tell, I don't get up off the couch very often myself. It's like, what's the point? I can do everything I want with the machine. But anyway, nice to meet you. I'm really excited. I've never been on a field investigation before. It's so exciting. I usually just do stuff in an office.
Kind of boring.
Well, don't get too excited.
Yeah, no, it's boring.
Well, anyway, yeah, I had an interesting vision with a plane where the plane was suddenly full of these children who were all staring straight ahead, and they were bound in bands of gold. And they couldn't get loose. They couldn't even move. Then suddenly one of them turned his head to me, and the others all turned their heads, and they said they were flying to a destination. They were going to crash, and none of us could get off. None of us could get off. All this Oracle children stuff, it's kind of outside of my specialty. I'm more into AI and advanced computing topics, but this is really fascinating.
I'll turn to Greg and say, do you think it's related to the institution?
Well, we looked at the orphanage that Luis runs, and that seemed to trip for Thomas.
The energy is there. It's not in the public records. It's not in the front face. It's like there's a facade, but the energy is the same.
I think you'll like to meet Noah.
Who's Noah?
Noah is the supposed Oracle
Oracle.
child.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, yes. I probably should meet him. Yeah. Have you given him a CSU number yet?
Do you speak Spanish, Thomas?
Hablas español.
Not.
It
Alas,
seems a
that's just,
recurrent theme.
I can speak, Prolog, Fortran, COBOL. I can't.
Oh,
I can't
no
speak
Spanish.
Spanish.
Okay. So, what do we do now, gentlemen? Tomorrow, I'll be introduced to the family as an old acquaintance to what's his name?
Ethan.
Ethan.
That's a good start.
Yeah.
That's a good start.
Yeah, and I'll
I'm an old friend of.
yes,
Party
him,
pants
him,
over there.
him,
That's
yeah.
what we called him. in
that
college.
guy. Yeah, that guy. And I'll be staying for a few days, like a guest, and I'll be trying to find something inside the house. Try to speak with people and mainly with Noah and Madeline.
And tomorrow, I think it should be the day that Jonas is arriving.
Oh yeah. Also that.
Oh, I almost forgot.
I should
And
be
I
following
wave my hand, and you guys hear me make a sound like somebody's playing a conversation backwards. And suddenly all your electronic devices ping.
He does this a lot. I'll tell the other two.
Yeah. So
Right.
Marcus
Recorded
and
the
Robert,
warranty
your
on my
electronic
tablet.
devices have just pinged.
It's a message.
Take a look.
Yeah, take a look. It's a message or
It's a new contact. It's a new contact for your contact.
oh, okay.
Electronic contacts.
You.
And it's got a
Come.
huge number of contact methods. He just grins. He says, I love that trick. It would be so great at parties, but I don't dare use it outside the initiative. They tell me it would break security.
Yes, and probably some people don't find it funny or at least useful.
Well, I should tell you a story about the time the old man accidentally erased all of IBM's bank records. That's okay.
Well-
He came up with a spell that got them back, but it took a while.
Yeah, nowadays a lot can happen with the stroke of a key, right?
Oh, or a wave of a hand or a few other things.
Yeah.
One of these days, maybe I'll get a chance to show you a light show. You'd be amazed what you can do with the modern OLED monitors.
Well, if it helps distract some people, I'll find it very useful.
Right.
Well,
Some tricks can
To
be
that
very
end,
useful.
maybe we get him to the orphanage and he can dig around in their databases.
Oh, that's a thought. Yeah.
Is
Can
that do we want him to meet Noah first, or do we want him to do that?
Well, I don't know how. Well, Carter, can you get Thomas inside the house?
Sure, he's an associate as well.
Another associate. Okay.
I told them I was going to bring 2 associates. So. Since Grant is not an associate at the moment.
Okay, so
É, não faças isso.
what are you going to do next? Just to see if we'll roll to the next day, or
Yeah, I'm going to get in
Bem.
touch with the Sentinel Initiative to backstop me an ID as some sort of representative of a charitable donation group.
So just out of curiosity, how do you contact them?
Using one of my devices, I say, knowing that you're about to do something to us.
Okay, so now whenever you try to make a phone call,
Oh no!
you hear the voice of Captain Kirk, William
Oh.
Shatner, saying, to
Oh no!
next star to the left and beyond. Every time.
I'm gonna look at you every time I call someone.
Well, at least it isn't someone speaking Spanish.
And every time you get a call in, it's, "Oh yeah, buzz me, baby," in some really
Oh
salty
no,
woman's voice.
no, no, no! I'm resetting the factory defaults.
Yeah.
Okay, so you call them, and yes, they can get you. So you want to be working for another working for another
Yes,
charity.
well, no, a group that donates money on behalf of people to charities. So
Okay,
sort of like a middleman that, like the United Way or something like
I had
that.
no idea those things existed. That's why I'm
Yep.
okay. Okay,
And
so
yeah,
they find you a group.
all right. And I will, in the morning, I will call to ask if they have some time to meet with me about
Hmm.
what it is they do at their orphanage.
Hmm.
Tell them that you represent the Scarlet Computing Organization, and that
I
you.
will let them know that we are not in any way associated with the Scarlet, and therefore it is okay to let us into their building because
Well, they don't know. They don't know who I am, but they might know about the company. And you could
well,
tell, and I could make it legitimate. You can tell them that
that's
we
true.
we actually
Yeah,
provide
we're
free
there for
computers to
we're going to
organizations that
represent
serve children.
Scarlet Cares.
Hmm.
Scarlet
Yeah,
Cares, a charitable donation
exactly. And that way, if they
program.
check on you, well, yeah, you actually do have a record of being one of our representatives. See, this is the advantage of having friends with filthy rich backgrounds who also took the
Hmm.
wealthy part.
I already have a friend with filthy rich background, but he steals
Yeah,
everything.
but he's more the socializer type, and he steals things.
I'm more the socializer type too.
Oh, do you have that as well?
I don't
Well,
steal. I'll
I'm, I'm,
relocate
I'm,
things.
I'm not as wealthy as you guys are, but yeah, I do travel.
You wanted to be healthy, and they just decided to be filthy healthy. That is the
Everybody
I'm well off.
said me that I'm poor, so that's just okay.
Yes, you are the
You
poor,
have fewer problems.
but that's okay. You're the driver.
Yeah,
We'd feel guilty. We'd feel guilty if we asked one of our class to drive.
yeah, that's true.
Unless it was Mario Andretti.
And then we might be afraid.
Right. Yeah. AJ Foyt. Yeah. So that's what we'll do in the morning, and then yeah, Marcus and Robert will go get introduced as
Yeah.
old Harvard men. Yeah, I guess. Do you know Harvard types, Robert, or do we need to go
Yeah.
over?
Yeah. No, I know a few of them. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because otherwise, some dickhead is going to ask you like, "Oh, what about
Oh,
the
do you
rowing
remember?
team in
And that
'72?" And
teacher?
you go,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then
Yeah. Don't worry.
it's every spy movie they do that. In real life, you never see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what are Betty Grable's measurements? And Like, okay, good
Well,
enough.
that I know.
Right. Oh, well, there you go.
Okay, let's.
Who won the whatever series? Was it the Yankees? Because I'm sick of hearing about the Yankees.
Let's fast forward to the next day.
All right. Yeah, we all wake up spooning with each other because we just have the one room. Hello, gentlemen.
Well, you're rich. You can pay for another for your own room.
I was about to say, I definitely have a room.
We
and
could, but we don't, Sylvia. We don't.
I've got my
Male
own
friendship.
room because
Male friendship.
I'm
Right.
too lazy to share a room with other people. It's like, also, I want to
No.
wire it to the hilt, and I would probably drive you guys crazy.
No,
with all
the
things.
Sentinel Initiative. Well, the Sentinel Initiative has a very, very aggressive teamwork policy.
Well, it's a suite, so Marcus can sleep in the couch.
Oh, it's sweet, all right.
Oh God. Okay, so I'll take Uber there, or Marcos will take me. I don't know how he want to do this.
Take a taxi. That
A
sounds
what?
more like
A what?
a taxi.
What? What's a taxi? I'll take. I'll call an
Taxi is an
Uber.
Uber that someone
Yeah,
owns.
common people use.
Yeah,
Well, you are
it's a-
in the hotel. You can just ask someone to call the taxi for
oh
you.
no, that's true. This is Hammondsville, so yeah, you can take a car service instead. Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah, some nondescript black
yeah. So
SUV or car. Yeah.
yeah, I'll get my bag, my suitcase, and call for some means of transportation to go. So when I'm inside, I'll
So
start
Consuelo
texting,
opens the door for you. It's like, oh,
and,
you.
and I'll say, "Buenos días, ¿cómo está usted?"
Oh, you. You are
Yes,
Mr. Mr. Vandermeer's friend.
yes,
And she makes a face that she knows that's not something is going on, but she doesn't care.
yeah.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
come to me.
thank you.
Bags? Okay, she picks up your bags.
Of course.
And she takes you this time to the dining room
Hmm.
where the family is having breakfast because you got there early as a very unpolite person.
And I'll just say to him, "Hey, old boy, how are you?" And I'll open my arms. Come here. It's been a while.
Oh my god, my whole team is dedicated to making everyone want to kill them. What?
Well, you see, I think it's the first time that you are seeing, yeah, that you are seeing the rest of the family live. So,
Hmm.
well, Madeline and Louise looks friendly. Noah just is looking at something else at his toast,
Hmm.
and the old man you see that is not very happy to see you there. It doesn't seem very friendly. But Robert hugs you, gives you back the beer hug in a very
Yeah.
awkward way, and then it presents you to the rest. In a very very awkward way.
Awkward. Yeah, this is
Yes,
the
this is my
guy
friend.
from school that probably
Yes,
something.
this is my friend Robert, like I told you. So he's going to stay with us for some time while he's here in Emmettville.
Yeah, I'll.
He's a hard
Well,
history major, and he says that to Madeline and Louis. So probably you're gonna have a lot to talk.
yeah. Do I know Madeline? This her face seems familiar because of the old days, of the old crazy days.
No, she stayed
No.
mostly in Emmettville.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's had the new crazy days. So yeah,
Yeah,
does she look glowing? Is it obvious that she's
Yeah, pregnant.
yeah?
uh, yeah, maybe
Okay. So I'll
not
shake.
very obvious. She's not that late in the for it to be obvious.
Okay, I'll shake hands with everybody and I'll say, "Oh, I'm sorry to be intruding, but my friend here make almost dragged me and said that since I was in town, I must say stay at his home. So here I am. I'll try not to be too intrusive."
Oh, and Louise says, "Well, no problem. It's great to have visitors. Do you already had breakfast? Do you want to join us while?"
Oh, if you don't mind, yes, I'll
Oh, of course,
I'll do.
join us.
Yeah, thank you.
While Consuelo takes your bags to the guest room.
Muchas gracias. And I'll start talking to try to get some
Well, you see, like
channel.
I said, the ladies are very nice and friendly and talkative. The guys, not
Not
really.
that much. Um. Oh, and I'll say, is Noah, are you feeling right? Are you okay? Is he is very, absent? Is that normal? I'll ask Madeline.
Uh, she's yes. It's just he looks at she looks at Aiden in a yes. He just like that.
Okay.
He is retarded.
I'll do small talk with the
Mhm.
woman. Yeah, with women. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want to obviously tell you what's wrong with Noah.
Hmm. And I'll say, and also say that, well, I'll say that I also come from very wealthy families, and I'm in town because I heard that was perhaps some organizations and some charities that probably I would be interested in helping with some money.
That is very, how can I say, I don't know, the rich people go around saying, "Oh, I have all this money to spend. I am so rich and I have all this money to spend." I don't know
Well,
where to
yeah,
read it.
It
No,
is a
I'm
bit
joking.
gauche, but yes,
Yeah.
rich people
yeah.
do say that a lot.
I'm going to tell you a secret. First, it's tax deductible, and second, it's very good for your Instagram profile.
Yeah. I'm up in taxable wages this year and down in likes. I need
Yeah,
this.
I need this. Yeah.
Noah starts chanting a rhyme suddenly, very small, but you can hear it. Liar, liar, pants on fire, something like that, but it's more complicated.
And in
Yeah.
Spanish.
I actually asked, no, I asked GPT to give me a rhyme, and he gave me one that is,
It
I
is
think it is
liar, liar, pants on fire, hang them from
liar,
a
liar,
telephone
flame so
wire.
bright. Yeah.
Oh, you guys, is pants so bright in Portugal?
Liar, liar, can't you see?
Liar, liar, flame so bright. Truth gets twisted in the night. Tongue of silver, heart of coal. Every lie will take its toll.
Ay. Okay, I'll kill you.
Ooh, I
I'm going
like
to.
this one. Liar, liar, can't you
Uh,
see? Chains are forged in secrecy. Words are webs. They start to fray in the dark. You
Let me do
lose
this
your
one here.
way.
And in Spanish,
Well,
mentiroso,
we
Mentiroso.
tan brillante, la
I
verdad.
like, I like the last one. Liar, liar, time runs thin. All their lies will trap you in. Truth will rise, the flame will burn. Liar, liar, when you learn.
we
I think
need
this
we need
one
to
is.
get AI to do that in the voice of Vince Price.
Oh, nice.
And people just tell him to shut up.
I'll
They don't
ignore
tell
him.
him to.
Cállate.
Calla. ¿Por qué no te callas?
Retardado.
¿Por qué no te callas?
And then Consuelo comes back and they just say, "Oh, Consuelo, please take Aiden to his room."
Noah, not Aiden.
Yes.
I'm about to say, whoa.
Oh, what's going on here?
Wah, wah, wah.
Okay.
But Louise and Madeleine are very interested in your story, and they offer to help you.
Oh, thank you very much. So probably, do you know any charities that I might look in?
Well, actually, Louise does run a couple of charities.
Oh, lucky me.
But they're no good, so we're going to send you to the Salvation Army.
To the
And she
Spanish
tells you
Salvation
all
Army.
about the clinic in the
Okay.
Center for Rehabilitating Women.
Mm. Do you think it's possible for me to go there and see?
Yes, of course. We
Can you
can go
take me?
there. Yes, I can. I can.
Okay.
We can go
Thank
there.
you. Thank you.
Well, I'll be there in an hour or so. I always say 1 hour. You'll see that. So we can. You can. I can drive you there, of course, if you don't have any plans.
Oh, I don't have any. I'm yours. So I'll go with you.
Okay, it's a deal.
And
Uh,
I'll catch up with Hayden later.
Grant, you called you didn't find the number for the orphanage, so you find the number only for the shelter.
Okay, well, I will call the shelter and ask them, if I can meet with them, and in the course of that conversation, I'll ask them if they're related to the orphanage.
They say they are. They are related to the orphanage. Yes, it's also run by them. But they don't normally allow visits to the orphanage because some of the children are very traumatized, so they try to keep them safe.
Oh, well, certainly, understandable. I'm mostly just concerned to make sure we know where the money is potentially going. So, yeah, if you could make some time,
yes, you can. I'll see if I have some time on Mrs. Vandermeer's calendar for this morning. I'm sure that if you come, she will find some time for you.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I will pay a visit at 9 a.m. unless you call me back to say to bump it.
9 a.m. is a bit too early. You're calling in the morning. You're going to be there on 9 a.m. the same day.
I'm calling at 7 a.m.
At 7 a.m., probably nobody answers the phone.
Oh, my God. These New Yorkers. I mean Hammettsville. Hammett's villains.
Yeah, the Texans are
Villains.
Villains. Hey, well, thank you for calling the Hammettsville, Texas' greatest orphanage. Like everything in Texas, it's big. We had to kill parents just to make sure we could fill this bad boy up.
Yeah, she can take you. You can come around 11.
Okay. Yeah, I will come then. And, thank you very much.
Okay, Marcus Carter. Sorry, Marcus Carter. I was going to say Marcus and Thomas. What do you guys want to do?
I'm going to drive him to the house. Right? Is that? Yes, I think that's it.
Yeah, but what do you do afterwards? And Thomas, are you coming with me to the orphanage to look through their data once?
I think that is the goal, yes. I want to get somewhere where I can get around their electronic systems, and you hopefully can distract them while I proceed to rifle through them with great abandon.
That is the plan.
Okay, Carter is going to have something to do this morning, I guess, if you want to. That is follow Jonas, by the way.
In that case, I'm going to follow Jonas. If I'm not driving
so we have an idea where Jonas is then.
No, he's going to arrive. You were told when he's going to arrive.
Oh, that's right.
Because they know what is the train that he's catching to come to town.
Now, when he's released, he's not released from prison. He's released from a mental institution, right?
It's prison, but it's a prison for the mentally insane.
So is he going to be in like a halfway house for a time?
No.
Okay.
Because the game master didn't thought about that.
Oh, gotcha.
He's
I was about to say we would at least be able to follow him from there. But if we know when he's arriving, then we can just tail him until. Yeah, that works. And then you can hand him off to me later if you need to, Carter.
Okay, so Robert is coming with Louise to the inner sanctum, and he's going to meet Grant there. Is Thomas coming with? Yes, Thomas is also coming.
Yes.
Okay, but before we do that, I think we're going to get to Jonas first.
Estejam quietos.
If the cats allow.
Cats are really popular, like for pundit and such. You should just stream with your cats all the time.
I'm slipping to the book, to the other, to the plot book that I want. It's the last one.
when you get to the point where you're assigning grudge monsters, don't tell us that out loud. Would be a spoiler.
Okay, so you were told that about the train that that he will get. So you know what time he is coming in, and let's say that is before 11, so it's 10 in the morning. So you have to be there earlier.
Okay, I'll be there.
Well, you already saw. No, you didn't saw Jonas, but you saw a picture of his twin brother. So you have no difficulty in seeing who he is. He looks a lot like Thomas,
Evil
but at the
twin.
same time, it looks a lot. Yeah, we don't know which one is the evil twin. He looks different. Of course, he just come out from jail, so he's skinnier. He has more wrinkles. He looks tired. He looks a bit insane.
And he has a cool prison tat of a spider on his
He
forearm.
has an old suit that is too big for him now. Probably it was a suit that he bought 10 years ago or 15 years ago before he went to jail. So it doesn't fit. And he has a plastic bag where we're probably carrying his things. So he doesn't have any bag. He has a big plastic bag. One of those supermarket plastic bags. I don't know if you have in
Oh,
America.
that's not.
What is he doing?
He comes out of the train station and he's just looking around. He's very slow on his movements. You see that he's observing everything that is around him, very careful and very in a very attentive way. After observing, the train station, he just leaves and he starts walking.
Walking. Okay. Well, I'll follow him from a distance. Let's see where he's going.
He's walking slowly and like he continues to watch everything. No, he's not looking back, so it doesn't seem that he's worried with being followed. He's just observing his surroundings. Maybe because he's coming back and he's been in after 10 years in jail. He seems to be a bit overwhelmed with being outside. So although he looks crazy, it doesn't seem exactly dangerous.
That's true. He went into prison back when the world made sense, and now
You know.
he's
Yeah.
probably looking at all the ads like, "Is that a dude?" Or
And now Disney took over the world.
who is Taylor Swift?
So I don't know where the train station should be. Actually, in Emmettville, where do you think the train station should be? Central town.
Probably not. I don't know. Let me check that.
Lincoln Station is where.
Because I need to decide where he's going. Yeah.
Have to look at the map.
Oh, you got a Hammondsville map? Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a map. Somewhere. I don't know where. That's a problem.
He's going to go in the direction of the Alamo. In the Bowie knife outlet mall. We have decided that Hammondsville is in New York State, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, it should be downtown. I think. Downtown.
Okay. And the house is also downtown, I think.
I don't know about that.
The Vandermeer's mansion. Let me.
It could be.
It's the old quarter, so let me look at the description.
Downtown.
It's the hillside estates that are in the old quarter, yes. So is old quarter downtown?
I think so. Yes.
So you see that it's kind of going. It seems to go in the direction of the house, or at least it's getting a bit closer.
I'll follow him. I'll still follow him with the distance, which that I'm moving very slowly as well. I assume. Yes, it's He's doing everything, so it will take some time.
So he goes into Hillside Estates. That is the place where the house is. So he's really going close to the house. Will you continue just following him?
Yep.
Okay. So he goes to that quarter. Then he stops in a corner.
I'll watch him.
He opens the bag and takes something from it and puts it on the end. He seems to be observing, or actually, it seems like he's whispering. You don't know what he took from the bag, but it seems like he's whispering something to it, and he puts it on the floor. And he basically slowly goes there. He goes around the quarter. He doesn't go near to the side of the street where the house is. He's just going around the quarter, and he's doing the same thing. He opens the bag, picks something up, and he's going to do the full
What was it? What
house.
was that you put on the floor? What was the object?
The first one is a stone, a small pebble.
Okay,
Yeah, it
so
doesn't seem-
I'll keep following him and check what is the next thing.
The other one, it's the wrap of how do you say of a sweet rebusado, a caramel.
Oh, a candy wrapper.
Mhm.
Yes, a candy wrapper.
Okay, and the
The
third
other
one?
one, it's a cord. So what you see is that they're all junk.
This is a spell. Kind of a rubbish spell, but okay, it could be. This is a
You don't have
ritual.
occult, right?
I assume what?
You don't have occult.
Um, I think I have a code.
Oh,
Yeah, I do.
Okay, then you can run.
I have this dice. Yeah. I rolled a 10.
oh, that's right. The poor people are closer to the supernatural. aren't they?
Well,
Uh,
Thomas would disagree, but okay.
Rolls. So, okay, I rolled a 10, so it's not a good roll.
Yeah, no, you don't know. Yeah, it could be a spell, but you never saw someone doing a spell with garbage,
Candy wrapper.
or it's just crazy.
It could be one of those
He's a
Ravenna
trashomancer.
trash romancer.
After that, he just are you continue following him?
Yeah. You'll take the condom,
He's going to.
the used condom.
Yeah, I don't think he would ever use condom in jail.
Not if he's lucky.
Probably not.
I was about to say that's the terrifying aspect. No, we would hope he doesn't.
Yeah, man, that's a lady or a tiger kind of thing, isn't it? Like,
But he does have some cigarette butts there.
hey, that's a gold in jail.
Yep.
After that, he goes to a bus stop. And he just sits there. Apparently, he's waiting for a bus.
I'll wait a bit if he's
Mhm.
thinking or not.
Okay, so the bus comes. This bus is coming to Parkline, so he enters the bus.
Okay, let him go. He's just the man is crazy.
Okay.
He's just saying. Anyway, I'll take pictures of the objects that were on the floor. Okay. Check with someone if they think it might be a ritual or not, but it doesn't look like.
Are you going to disturb the objects, or are you going to leave them where they are?
Well,
touch them. Touch them.
I mean,
Touch
you already
them.
touched them. I don't know. Did you touch them or not?
No, I just took a picture. But a candy wrapper shouldn't stay there for long, right? The wind will take it.
Well, it's there from the since you gave the. It's still there.
Oh, okay. So
But you don't know. You went went around the quarter and you come back and yeah, it's still there. It could be just because it's not a wind day. Let me see. I'm going to roll 1, 2, 3, and it's a wind day. 4, 5, 6 is not. Okay, it's a wind day. But yeah, but the candy wrapper is still there.
I'll just
And now you
It
know.
doesn't seem to have moved.
I'll try to move the candy wrap
Uh,
to the floor or not.
you can move it, but you feel a shock go through your arm when you do that.
Right. Okay, so then it's a ritual, right? Um,
So are you going to put the candy wrapper where it was, or are you going to?
well, I'm not going to
Leave it
touch
there.
it, but I'm going to kick it out of the place.
Okay, so you kicked it. Okay, so you broke the circle. Okay.
It wasn't a circle; it was a square.
Yeah. If it's
Yeah.
if it's a sigil of protection, we're gonna feel bad later. I don't think it is.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. We're gonna feel bad later regardless. So might as well.
This is fun. Okay, so you guys are getting to the inner sanctum. Robert will get there a little bit earlier with. Well, I don't know. You're probably gonna get there early, Grant and Thomas, because first you're gonna get the grand tour by someone else, not just by the boss.
Okay.
Unless, well, let's see. No, you can always get there at the same time. Let's just say it. So that way, oh, I have 3 people wanting to give me money at the same day. How wonderful!
I'll pretend I don't know them.
Well,
I will pretend I don't know him, and I'm pretending that so hard that I actually don't want to know him after a while. Why is he here? He's supposed to be with the kid. I'm going to find out everything that's going on in that house. Step
Yeah,
one, leave that house. Like,
It's
Remember,
it's all a cunning plan, you know.
Grant actually has a cover now as an agent for a Scarlet Child's charity. So
Right.
I'm just there because I'm the money and he's the agent.
yeah. So anything I do is going to reflect poorly on it, unless I.
well, Louise is very charming. She asks one of her secretaries, let's call it like that. I don't know how to call it in the charity, just to give you a tour because she has to read her emails and all that. And after she will join you.
Oh, certainly. Sorry to disrupt your
Yeah.
routine.
I'll
If
just.
that's okay, Mister Man.
Okay, no problem. I'll just.
Since we have a party here, let's just do the guided tour.
Yes, we shall.
Oh, my name is Grant Lamont, and you are?
Oh, my name is Robert Mann.
Ah,
How are you?
I'm well. You wouldn't
Nice
happen
to meet
be the
you.
Robert Mann that went to Harvard.
Yes, Robert Mann that went to Harvard, Boston, and majored in art history. Yes,
I heard you were.
Precise.
I heard you were hell on the lacrosse pitch,
Oh yes. Those
but
were
not in
the
a good
days.
way. I heard you were just ridiculously bad, like everyone.
Oh, I think you heard the wrong story.
I will at least help him sell his cover a little bit.
Hello, Mr. Mann. I'm Thomas Drinker Scarlet III. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to
Grant
meet you
is,
too.
the agent for my charity. I just thought I'd come along this time and see where the family money is going. Maybe.
Oh, that is very wise, Mr. Scarlet.
So the building is in Park Lane. That is one of the poorest neighborhoods in town, but it's very it's a new building, so it's modern. It has that zen look. The inside, so the atmosphere. You have soft lights, muted colors. Everything is very simple. You have areas with the sofas and how you call it, poofs that look very comfy. So the entire place
Beanbag chairs,
Beanbag,
exactly beanbag chairs, exactly the
love
entire
sacks.
place has that exudes calm and tranquility, and it has that you smell incense also to help people relax, and there's music, soft music playing, relaxing music.
Pen pipes.
I immediately find a bean chair and just flop in it.
So
I immediately
yeah,
do that.
I'm just
And
gonna
you-
take in the Zamfir music. Like, oh,
So I'm looking around the room. The music is obviously coming from somewhere. Do I see any cameras? Any signs of a security system?
Yes, because this is not a very good area, so they need to have cameras just in case.
So I look at the windows. Do they have like security contacts, things like that,
Yes.
to detect when they are opened? Excellent. I'll look for a keypad somewhere, someplace somebody can enter a security number. Is there something that looks like a secured door or anything like that? Or is this do they do
You
that? Do they not have a security station in this room?
no, it's not on the. So you are on the lobby, so it's not there.
Oh, okay, so they don't have a security desk here. Okay. All right.
The security desk is probably hidden because they don't want people to realize how secure the place actually is.
oh,
So I'm sitting in that beanbag chair and I'm trying to decide if I actually want to move. After a certain point, rather reluctantly, you can see the reluctance on my face. I kind of pull myself up. And,
I got you. I see where you're going now.
And I start walking. I'll go and try to take the tour by myself.
Yeah. Well, I'll go with him, but yeah, I'll
Try to. I'm pretending that I'm very intrigued and
There's
concerned
art
about the
on the walls,
history.
shitty art, so modern art that's also it's naive art to give that sense of peace.
Yeah.
And the lady, oh, this was painted by these pictures were painted by some of our proteges. We have
Oh,
art classes here.
no, it's very beautiful. Yeah, very classy. And
what's your
I'm throwing
success
up
rate?
inside.
What's your success rate with your cases?
Well, we don't like to think of them as cases. Each person is a person, but we have a very good success rate. It's not just about changing people; it's empowering them to have a better life. And you know that these young women that are born in Park Lane, well, they don't really have a lot of opportunities.
Oh,
And
that's
this
very
is what we're
important.
trying to give them here.
Yeah, recently
Having the tools to have a better life.
we've recently had to spend a great deal of time with an underprivileged person, and yeah, I can only imagine how he lives.
so tell me, do you have a computer room here for the children? I ask because our foundations typically make donations of computer equipment, networking equipment, educational iPads, educational software, almost anything that might be useful in situations like
Well,
this.
we don't have exactly children here. We have women and young women, but yes, we do have a computer room. We also teach them. Well, of course, having access to computers is important. We help them build their resume. We give them basic computer skills. So I can show you
So
the computer
vocational
room.
software could be useful then. Yes, could we please see the room? I'd love to see what we might be able to do for you.
Yes, we actually have our computers are a bit old because it hasn't been a priority. And you see,
Well,
the computer room is a bit shitty.
while we are taking the tour, I'm start. I'll take in the security measures that they have and possibly entry points to this place.
So I just go over and just sit down in front of one of the computers and say, well, may I check out your systems? I'd be interested in knowing what you currently do and how you currently use them.
Of
That would tell
course.
me a lot more about the nature of our donation. Usually we give somewhere in the area of $4 to $5 million in computer equipment. But I want to make sure that we're actually going to provide you with what you need. So walk me through it. What do we have here and how do you normally use it? The reality is I probably already know, but I need her to tell me.
Well, she also doesn't know a lot about computers. The way you're asking, she's like, well, we teach them how to use Word, Excel, PowerPoint,
PowerPoint.
all that basic, how to do a CV. We don't really
Well,
have a lot of advanced
I push the
classes,
power
but
button to
you'll
turn
be
on the
happy to
computer.
know. You'll be happy to know that Scarlet Office has a 3.5 stars on all the app stores, and we're steadily getting better and better. We've
we were
recently
thinking
added
about having
basic
some.
math to our spreadsheet.
We were thinking about having some programming classes, but to be honest, we don't really have a lot of interest on them by our charges. They're not really interested in learning how to code and stuff like that.
So the fact that she doesn't actually know much about computers is great. I immediately start typing, but what I'm typing is not what I'm actually doing. So this is where I start to use my quote unquote knack.
Up, down, left, right, A-B start.
Exactly. So what I'm now trying to do is determine if there is a network that connects all the computers here, and to find the areas of that network that actually store data regarding the children. In other words, their business network, not their educational computers per se.
And meanwhile, I'm going to distract her by talking in all earnestness about, like, the Scarlet Office suite and things like that we can offer, and try to distract her from whatever he's doing.
And while they're here, I'll just tell her that I'll move along and to see the rest of the installations, because my area is not technology. If I'm funding them or giving them money, it's for the infrastructure.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, I guess we can play off of each other to make her worry about which of the two of us is going off reservation, so they don't realize it's Thomas.
So I'll continue to make the tour alone. I don't know if it's alone, but what I'll be doing is to, as I said, to see all entry points, security measures, and trying to get the gist of the location.
So first you have to. Well, now I have to do one. Let's start with Thomas, maybe.
Alrighty. So I believe this brings my advanced computing specialization into it, which will give me a very good number indeed. Oh, and yes, it is. So it's 15 on the die plus 7. I'm doing a 23.
Okay, so you don't find a lot of data about the children, about the orphanage. You find the network, so all the computers are connected, but you don't find a lot of information about the orphanage in the computers.
So
you do find. Are you looking for just information about the orphanage, or are you looking?
I'm literally draining the system. Anything I can find.
Okay, so what you're going to find is a strange number of. There's something weird with the numbers of women that come in and go out. So you have more people there. So you have registers of people coming in, but you don't have registers of their coming out. Not all of them. Or, I mean, it seems like if the numbers are right, there's too many people there.
Okay, can I pull like a schematic of, some kind of floor plan of the facility? Maybe they have something on disk about the fire.
You can. And actually I have a map, but I don't know if I can show it because I think it's separated in 2 pages. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's in the book. It will be okay, but in the.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm kind of sapping that as well. And what I'm
let me just see if I can say 2 pages. How can I do to show 2 pages in this? You should be able to do it, right?
Which viewer are you using?
It's not Adobe. Miguel, how do I do to show 2 pages?
that here.
Yeah, view. Usually, you'll do book view or something.
Yeah, I'm using PDF, but inserir, tirar. If I could show two, I could. Yeah, I don't think I can. Not with this one. Well, no, I found it. It's big in duas páginas. Okay. Yeah, but it's not because it's in even pages, so it doesn't help.
Oh, can you turn off the show cover separately? Maybe.
Uh, yes. And the test, it says it has 2 floors, but actually you don't have a map for the second floor, so let's just say just 1 floor.
Oh, okay. So, do the computers connect to their security system in any way? Like,
They do.
is there? Okay. So, what I'm going to do, and I'll probably need another roll, is I'm going to give us a keypad entry for the basically so that we have our own. I'm going to add myself to the system, and if we enter this code, it will let us in the building any time of day or night, and it will not keep a record of our entry. In other words, I'm pwning them. My intention is to pwn them.
So roll for that. See if you can do it.
So 16 plus 7 is 23.
Okay, then you can do it. Their
I'm a
security
one-trick
is
pony,
not
but it's a
very,
very good trick.
their security is not very good. You see, although they have cameras and alarms, digitally they're not. They're women, right?
Gotcha. And they're in a poor neighborhood, and it's like having a camera there.
Yeah, they're not
probably
really
is-
worried with exactly. They're not worried
So it's
with.
all Macintoshes, is what you're saying.
They're not worried with hackers. They're worried with thieves.
Gotcha. Okay. So after a moment, I get up and say, I think we can do quite a bit to help you, actually. We can probably upgrade your systems, give you a brand new network that ties all your systems together. And we can probably also provide you with some educational software that would include programming training. So what do you think, Grant? Do you think maybe we should have them fill out the appropriate forms? I mean, we have to make sure that we meet all the foundation standards.
I will look a little embarrassed, and I'll say, well, I think perhaps you're putting the cart a bit before the horse. Let's take the
Well, that's
rest
why
of
you're the agent and I'm not.
Yeah, let's take the rest of the tour here, and then we'll see.
Sure. You'll have to excuse me, ma'am. It's my nature to be fascinated by the machinery. And the entry code that I gave us is 123987.
While they're doing this, I'll try to see also if there is something that is more reclusive, probably a hidden room or a archive room, something like that.
Well, you have a lot of. So when you have the rooms, it's probably so you have a lot of rooms. And that area seems well. That area is restricted because it's private. It's where their
Women are.
charges sleep. Yes.
Okay. And there is no. Is there is there stairs? Is there a basement here?
I would say no. There is no basement, but I'm going to say that there is a second floor. But the second floor, it's
It's not
mostly
public.
rooms. Yes, that are still that don't seem to be on use. It's an expansion of the clinic that.
Okay, I'll go upstairs. To see if there is
So are
something.
you ditching us basically?
While you were in the computer room with her, I went upstairs.
Do a stealth to see if anybody noticed you or not.
Okay.
Where's the lobby?
Mm,
We
okay.
were in the lobby.
The lobby is here on the one entryway.
You're not showing your
Ah.
screen.
Yeah, I thought I was showing my screen.
23.
Why I'm not? Because I put share. Why I'm not showing?
Is,
No,
I don't know.
nothing
Miguel
showing.
have to approve it?
Am I sharing now?
No.
No.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
there we
go.
no,
go.
yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
So this is the lobby. This is the. Let's just say that the computer room would be here, close to the library. And actually, here would be the stairs. So you have this here would be the stairs to the second floor. That's just because
Okay.
they kind of look like stairs, or one of the stairs to the second floor.
Okay. So I got 23 on the stealth.
Okay, let me roll. Of course not. I rolled a 9, so nobody noticed you.
And I'll go quietly upstairs and see if is there anything anything strange.
Let me see what is supposed to be on the second floor because I'm not
Goblins?
sure. Probably nothing because we didn't. So the second floor is. I think I can stop it now.
Is the area in the middle a courtyard or is that the parking area?
It's a car. It's a garden.
Okay.
A Zen garden. Shit.
What?
Sei o livro, mas pronto, não faz mal. Tenho que abrir outra vez. I closed the book. Okay, so I stopped sharing. No, I didn't stop sharing. How do I stop sharing on this? Okay, I stopped sharing. I need to open the book again.
We'll just leave you in Mary Chase, aren't we?
Okay, so the second floor seems to be offices. Private rooms and some other rooms, but most of them seem empty. Especially the rooms that should be all the dormitory. It seems that it's not being used.
And the offices, they are being used or also they're empty?
You see, you have things there. You have there's not a lot of administrative work being done. It seems so. You do have a desk, but there's nobody there, and there is some cabinet with files and a
Okay,
computer.
I'll go to one of those. I'll go to check the files to see if there's something interesting in them.
So what you see,
Not the computer, the files.
what you see in the files. So the files are alphabetical files for apparently each woman that has passed through the institution.
Okay, and is there any file that caught my eye? Anything strange in any of those files about women that
Roll
run
roll an observation.
wits or intelligence? It's that
Intelligence. Or is
intelligence.
it wits?
Okay.
I think it depends. But in this case,
Hey guys, I've got to step away from keyboard, but I still have my earpieces in, so I
Okay.
just won't be able to
Okay.
see the screen, but I'll be okay otherwise.
19 total.
Okay, so let me see what you find. Opening the book again, looking for the. Well, you see that some files are larger than others,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not necessarily meaningful, right?
Yeah. But they are larger because they have more information then?
Yes, they have more. They should have more information. That's why.
Okay, I'll open one of those just to see if.
So you have a lot in the ones that are larger. You have a lot of clinical records
Mm-hmm.
for the, and you can compare it with the others. So you have a lot of clinical records, a lot of exams that were done to the woman. In this case, a lot of gynecological checkups,
Mm-hmm.
and you also see DNA testing. So you have very complete medical records for some people.
I'll take note of the names of those people, just the names,
Mhm.
and I'll put it away and I'll head back down.
When we're heading back down, you meet the other guys, and the poor girl that is completely lost, having to handle. Is like, "Oh, Mr. Man, I was looking for you."
Oh, sorry, I just got lost and.
Yeah,
Okay,
upstairs it's mostly rooms that we
yeah,
are not using at this moment, and some office in the archive. It's not really nothing interesting for you to see.
yeah, probably I'll help in that department. Probably we'll need some rehabilitation work done here. I can help you with that.
Yes, well, I'm going to take you to Mrs. Vandermeer. She is the one taking the decisions, of course. So please come with me,
Certainly.
Yes, I'll,
unless you want to see anything else. I don't know, gentlemen.
Um, well, the
She's
rest is
clearly fed up. She's clearly fed up with you guys.
yeah, the
okay.
rest is just resident rooms, right?
Yeah, you have a clinic. You have some communal rooms. You have workshop rooms. So
Oh, okay. Don't worry. I'll talk to Miss Vanderbilt later. I'll just, yeah, I'll just go. I'll talk to her later. Don't worry.
okay.
I'll say just goodbye, gentlemen, and I'll head back to the mansion.
It's nice meeting you, Mr. May.
Yeah, likewise.
And
Hope
as
to
soon
see
as
you
he leaves,
soon.
I'll look at her and go, "That guy just gives me the creeps."
And she laughs. Yeah, it's a bit. Welcome, gentlemen. Apparently,
Yeah,
well, he came with Mrs. Vandermeer. Seems to be a friend of hers. Well,
yeah.
and
I don't know that we'll play through it, but yeah, we'll probably meet somebody you know if they've got like some success stories or something. Yeah,
Mhm.
we'll just stretch it out until Vandermeer can meet with us.
Yeah, she will. She doesn't take a long meeting with you. So when she apologizes, and she asks the where is Mr. Mann, and she said, "Oh, he decided to leave." Oh well.
He gave his
Um,
apologies, but I have a feeling. I have a feeling that uh, this touched his heart. You're obviously doing important work here.
yes, well, thank you. So what did you gentlemen thought about this?
Well, we saw your occupational and computer rooms, and that's sort of mostly the thrust of our charitable
Mm-hmm,
giving.
of course.
We like to give, if I can be frank, branded product to charities, so that a you get the benefit, and b we fly the flag here and there. So we win, and we win in multiple ways. You win in multiple ways. So.
Mhm.
I think Mr. Scarlett was saying that an initial outlay of $4 million worth of equipment would be something within our budget. And then, of
Yes,
course,
4 to 5. And obviously that would include the cost of digitizing a lot of your records, and, training your staff to properly use the new systems, software, quite a few items. Our foundations are very exhaustive in this area.
Yes, well, we don't know. We haven't invested a lot on computer training, and that's obviously there's something that we should do. I'm not sure. Well, our we have a lot of records, so I don't know how it would be to put them all online.
oh well,
And
not
there is a
online,
security
but
risk, but
not online. We would leave them in your hands. You would just have access to them in a
so it's not the cloud that is up
no.
there with all my data.
We would
No.
probably use a hybrid setup where all your private data is kept in secure digital
'Cause
storage
I
on
always
your own
worried about
site.
that idea of the cloud. What if it rains, right? What happens to my data when it's up
Right,
there?
floating up there above your head.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the cloud is obviously a lie that computer people use to make us give all our data to them.
But Grant, we do.
And I lean forward to her conspiratorially and say, "And I work for the people that do this. Run from the cloud. It's only trying to kill you." You know what comes from clouds? Lightning bolts. That would come from clouds. No, I'll joke with her a bit, but certainly we wouldn't suggest putting medical records onto the cloud. That probably is a violation of some record keeping HIPAA, to say the very least. Although it can be done in a secure manner, and blah 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 blah. I'll flim flammer for a bit. But yes, I think certainly we appreciate the work you're doing here. I had heard there was an orphanage connected to this operation as well. Would they need equipment similar, or am I misinformed?
No, not at this point. Our children are small, too small to most of them to actually be started learning with computers.
Mm.
So I think it will be better to just focus on our women.
When I'm gone, I'll text them the names of in the files that were larger.
Gotcha. Oh, and since my phone has started messing up, I'm just switching it to vibrate mode so that it doesn't make any noises. Ooh,
It vibrates rhythmically.
ooh, you got a text. Damn it.
It vibrates rhythmically for you.
Yeah, I
It's
feel
like
a heartbeat.
buzz, 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 buzz.
I will. So, excuse me. Look at the message. Well, let's put together a package that we'll present to you. But it sounds like you are warm to the idea of moving forward.
Yes, it's a wonderful idea. I feel bad I didn't thought about it sooner.
Oh, we'll put together a package for you. We'll present it, and then we'll start making this happen. Certainly, thank you for your time today, and for the loan of your assistant. And we'll do the glad handing and exchange contact information. Is she willing to give us her cell number?
Yes, she
Yay!
is.
All right, she's good.
I am trying to notice what phones and stuff that these people have, what personal communication devices.
They're just
they
all
use.
iPhone 16s, which are identical to the iPhone 15 in every way, except for
that it has an AI component, which is tailor-made for my needs.
well, it will have
Did that laugh sound evil? I'm sorry.
Apple Intelligence.
Soon it'll be Scarlet
Two.
Intelligence. Anyway, anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll make our escape as well. Uh, Man sent over a list of people that were in their records who
And I'll tell
possibly,
I'll tell them that those records were large and contain DNA tests.
So what I share with Grant at that point is the fact that based on their systems, which are appallingly primitive, it appears a lot more women are there than are actually there, or rather, they intake a lot of women, but it doesn't appear they're there. Where'd they go?
well,
Also, I have given us a unlogged keypad entry that will disable the security. That is 123987. 24/7 a day access. If we want in the building, we can get in. We just have to avoid letting anybody know we're there once we enter, but the systems will not know. Yeah, this field stuff is kind of fun, Grant. Is this what it's like all the time?
not all the time, but this is early. Once Jonas gets operative, and once we start finding out what's going on here, things will get kinetic fairly soon. I have no doubt. That's when
Okay.
things get dicey.
Well,
But
I can
so
tell
far
you
you're
everything
doing
about the
outstanding
place
work.
feels a little off. I
So
can't
far,
really
you're doing
explain it.
outstanding work, except for this, and I'll lay my cell phone on the dash of the car. Like, can you
Oh!
can you
Would you
fix
rather
the,
have heavy metal?
audio?
And I wave my hand over it, and it starts belting out
No,
War Pigs by Black Sabbath.
no. What about you? What about my look makes you think that?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Freeform Jazz? And I run my hand
yes,
over it, and now
please.
you're hearing Miles Davis
There
from
we
his
go.
Cool Blue period.
There we go. Just anything that doesn't make me look like a schmuck in the middle of a meeting would be.
But I like metal. It's on all my devices.
That's very good. It's good to hear. So, we've got a man in the house. We've got access to the Women's Center, which now seems to be more interesting. I guess we need to start running these names against missing persons registries to see if they match up, and then we'll see how Carter's doing with Jonah.
You might also check records of live births because those will list the mothers. There's lots of databases that would contain that information. You can quickly get through it.
Oh, well, then yeah, you want to knock that out, and I'll call
Yeah,
Carter.
we'll work together to get that done. I don't think it'll be a problem.
I will give Carter a call to see how things are going with Jonas and if he needs someone to switch out with him.
The thing, Grant, is, are we seeing anything yet that couldn't be explained by simple sloppiness? I mean, not everyone's disciplined in the way that they do things. I mean, even when I'm sitting on my ass on the couch playing the PS5,
Well, there's
I'm
the
playing the
family.
game correctly.
There's the family curse, which is certainly an outlier and has
True.
put them on the initiative's radar. But now that Jonas is out, I mean, from what I gather, when Carter met with the boy, he definitely has something psychic or mystical going on with him. And until we know what the nature of that is, everything's still in play.
Hmm. I will say the visions have been a little bit disturbing. I mean, I've seen weird things in cyberspace, but
Right.
I don't normally see visions like this.
Yeah, and two visions that put you across our path, that also speaks to more than just sloppiness of data entry. No,
Do you
there's
think it
something
would be
here.
a
We
good
just don't
idea
know
for me
what.
to meet Noah, or would it be dangerous for me to meet Noah?
You may be the most prepared to meet Noah of all of us. I intend to never meet Noah if at all possible.
Oh, okay.
There
It's
are
obvious
things
that Thomas has no idea what you're getting at, but he
Yeah.
just kind of accepts it because
yeah.
you're the field agent and he has no idea what he's doing.
So yeah, I'll call Marcus up and see if he needs someone to help him with Jonas.
I'll explain what happened and tell you that. Well, it seems like he did a ritual, but I don't know enough about it, so someone
You
check it.
disturbed it, so maybe I'll look at Thomas. Maybe that disrupts it, or does that create more problems?
What kind of roll would I do for that, Sylvia?
Well, an occult roll.
Oh dear, my weakness.
The problem is you don't know what type of ritual it is, but you can make an
Yeah, because I'm
educated
a
or
cyber
uneducated
mage. I
guess.
don't really do that
Yeah.
primitive
Yeah,
Yes.
but
bone rattle,
Well, yeah, I'm
bone
guessing.
through the nose ritual stuff.
I'm guessing
Primitives.
he's doing either shamanism of some sort or urbanumancy.
I mean, I'll try. Let's see. So occult, if I use it basically it's a 0 level skill for me. So what is that? Intelligence, wits? Could I bring knowledge into play? Intelligence?
Yeah.
No, that's a 9. So no. I have no clue. Although I do have this really neat hat that I got on eBay. You know, it belonged to a guy named Frank Thorne. You know who Frank Thorne is? Anyway,
I don't.
I sometimes have to wear that hat when I'm working or playing a certain game because it just, I don't know, it gets me in the mood. Maybe that's what that guy is doing. He's getting in the mood somehow. Although, sounds like a weird way to do it. And in the mood for what?
Who is this?
well,
Frank?
what you would know is that if it was a ritual, Marcus disturbed it, but you don't know what type of ritual is. Marcus probably disturbed it, right?
Cool.
So he has a wizard hat signed by Frank Baum, who wrote the
By
Wizard
Frank
Book.
Thorne.
Oh,
Frank Thorne.
oh, that's less cool. Sorry, Carter.
Well, it depends. It depends. It's like if you're a guy who's really into Red Sonja and comic books,
That's true.
you
Now,
might think
who
it was
isn't
super
into
cool.
Red Sonja?
Yeah. You got to remember what Thomas's age is. He's like 30.
That's true.
Okay. Anything else you want to do? No.
Yeah, we'll run those names against missing persons at the very least. Yeah.
You can't find anything.
Now, if we can't find someone in missing persons, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
So,
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run a general record search to find anything on these names.
Oh, like
In this
criminal
area.
records, anything? Yeah.
Criminal records, records of live births, hospital admissions, whatever I can get at my access to through database.
You know, their severed heads showing up on the riverside. That sort of-
Well, that's not too bad. That's a 15 on my technical roll. Or is it a different roll?
So you don't find anything. Well, you find that some of them have records, but for things we know with the not a lot of importance. So some have been shoplifters, others have been prostitution, drug possession, nothing special. One thing that you find that is strange is one of the names, that is Barbara Ashworth. She is, well, you find a lot of news about her and her family. So she's a rich person. So she's a socialite. And that doesn't go with the rest of the women, right? Most of them, for what you've seen, they were poor people.
Okay.
You know, Grant, I
that's an
would
outlier.
love. Yeah,
Yeah,
So-
outliers
Love-
are worth running down. Yeah.
exactly.
So what you see is that what you discover is that, well, Barbara appears as some reference to her father. What is the name of the father? Lucian Ashworth. That is one of the partners of Emmetsville's biggest law firm.
Oh.
Ashworth and Tate.
That one I know.
Yes, you could have seen. He died sometimes in sexual holocaust, but not on this version.
Oh, gotcha.
So in
Very
sexual holocaust,
interesting.
he was Miranda's husband. For those that
Yes.
I see.
So I transmit all this information, obviously, to Grant and point out that, at Sentinel Intelligence, we made an AI that did this kind of trawling and found weird patterns. If we were able to get the right data, we could do a lot with it. But the truth is, most of these women are like phantoms in the system. They don't appear to have mattered very much or come up in very many places. It's really odd. Only
But all
Barbara
the-
Ashworth.
Yeah, she's an outlier, so she's worth looking for. But all the rest of them, are they locals to where the
They
facility
appear
is?
to be street people. I
they're
mean, it's like
not necessarily street people, but they are most of them from Park Lane area. You can see that
So-
from the birth record. So they are.
Okay. So
So
the
these
Park
could have
Lane
been
locals.
walk-ins,
Some of them are prostitutes. Some of them are shoplifters.
right?
But
So
they're-
they match the own face mission of the place. Barbara
Right.
does not, so that's curious.
Hmm.
Well,
No,
let's
no, it doesn't
run her
match.
down then.
Alrighty.
Okay. I think
Where's
we're going to
Jonah-
pause
where's
here.
Jonah
Let's
right
go to
now?
something.
Oh,
We're going to
Marcus.
start wrapping up. Okay.
Okay,
But,
I'll ask Marcus where Jonah is right now. Let's see. Do we know where he's staying?
No.
Did you lose him,
Uh,
or is he still
I-
in motion?
I stopped following him when I saw the ritual and then it took the bus. It doesn't seem like it's dangerous, at least not in a regular way.
It's a good point. Immediately
guys-
after I see someone make a ritual around their old home, I write them off as a danger. Like that's the first thing I do.
Yeah,
So,
but
guys, just to be clear,
danger. That is dangerous. Probably that ritual. Not
Yeah, he could be protecting his son for all we know. Yeah.
it could also be.
so both Noah and Jonas are specials. Then is that right?
It appears so. Well, we know
This
that
is just
Jonah
gonna make
was
for a
big-
fascinating
We know
report.
that Jonah was into the occult. That's why he abused his son to try to turn him into an oracle. Okay, well then the next steps are to get eyes back on Jonah and see where he might be. Robert can till the soil at the house and see what else there might be to be done there, and then
Yeah.
you and I can find out about this Barbara. We're coming to get you, Barbara. Oh, wait a minute. Anyone that says that is immediately attacked by a zombie. So maybe I should, no matter how ridiculous that is, like, so I think that's what we're going to do for next week.
yay, we finished a minute before midnight.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yay.
And I'm not yet. It's not. I'm not particularly sleepy, but yeah, the awful things that are going to happen because of Marcus
Oh,
Nice.
are better
Well,
to have.
We're all going to die. That's cool.
we don't like to blame anyone for our trouble.
Except the poor people.
Robert
Yeah.
also left the house.
Well, but for a good reason.
Yeah, okay.
By the way, next week I think we start with what's it called? It's the daylight saving time.
I think so.
Oh.
Let me check because I was my calendar in my phone was saying that. So it will be better if it was on when we have the holiday, but
Oh, are we stopping the recording? by the way?
Yeah.